Okay, so this is my presentation of my game for Intro to Game Programming. I have this game, and I wasn't able to get as much done as I would hope to, but I think that's because I had put so much time into the preparation and planning out just the plot and everything I wanted to do in the game that I wasn't able to get as much done. And I was learning the program through YouTube tutorials, and how that worked was I would follow along making the games that they were making to try and learn the program, and learning the program also just took so much time away that I wasn't able to get as much done as I wanted to. But I'm going to show one of the games that I did for one of the YouTube tutorial walkthroughs as I was learning the program, and then I'm going to go to the project I was working on. So for this, it was just a basic tutorial, and it was to recreate the asteroid game. And here I have my rooms and sprites and things like that, and I'll run it. So it was just really basic, where you die if you touch a meteor, and if you press spacebar you'll shoot out a bullet and they'll break into pieces. And it's just a really simple game, but just learning all the process took a long time, and I could show the various coding that I did. And it's just basic controls for moving it. This is have the character wrap around, and spaces to shoot the bullet. So yeah, it was really basic, but learning the program took a long time. And I had another project, and it was to get the basic RPG mechanics down, but I kind of overrid it and just kind of merged my games. And this is the game that I have been working on for this semester. I haven't really come up with an official title for it, but the whole plot of it was going to be where you start off and you select your character based off a specific genre of metal music, and I had a plot line written out where you choose your starting genre, and ultimately every genre was fighting for this huge record deal, and you would select your band and you would go location to location fighting each different genre trying to win and moving across this map to get to a final mission. So I created a a couple of menus actually, and there's going to be music, and I don't know how much it's going to drown out my voice, but so that was just to show that the exit button was functional. But I have the main menu, and then it goes to a character selection screen, and then from there I only have the first level for if the person was to pick the punk genre, and the first level of enemies that I have is against the black metal genre. But I wasn't able to get the other level built where you could play as the black metal and play against the punks. So that really just shows the basics. I got the attack animations, and I was able to get it to register, when the enemies were hit, and if the enemies were on top of my character would slowly lose health, and I wasn't able to get them to, or I wasn't able to have the time to make the enemies have an animation for punching back. But I can show the various coding. Was just the sprite for my punk character, and I was really proud of the character designs. I thought it was kind of fun, and really I was looking forward to getting to do characters for every genre, or at least a good amount of genres. And on each level that you're playing, it'll play music from the genre that you're fighting against. So, like on that level, it was playing black metal music while I was playing against black metal enemies, but it would change for each band that you were fighting against, I guess. Oh, these are just the sprites. Yeah, I imported 2 songs, one for the main menu and one for the first level. And I can show the various coding that I've done. It is basic initial variables, and the step is what took a lot of the time for coding for the player and the enemies that you fight. And this just shows the score. This is the attack. I think the biggest challenge for this project was just learning, the functions that they have within the gaming, and just trying to figure out what each one does and how to use them properly to where you're not getting, different errors and stuff. This is the code I have for the AI enemies. It's pretty similar, but I had to make it to where some of them had a fear of heights to where they wouldn't walk off edges. And that way it would give just kind of more placement across the map so they don't all just rush at you at once. And I had pretty similar coding, but there's a function like this where they were always heading towards your character to try and attack you. And they would speed up if they saw you, make it a little bit harder for the player. There's the collision where it would take away 1 health every time for every second they're in contact with you. And that's just to register when you get hit, it would take away a bigger chunk of health. And this is just the various coding to make the buttons change colors when you move your mouse over them, things like that. And it's just have the code for the music. And so yeah, that's pretty much my game. And I do plan to continue working on it, and hopefully I can get a finished product someday, because I had a lot of fun learning all the various programs and steps it takes to make a game. Hopefully I could just put more time into this game.